Sorry.
सर आवाज आ रही है पीछे से। सर
Those who are not a speaker, please mute your mic. Welcome to the show of Global Governance News TV. And what noise is coming now?
sir, some voices are coming.
Okay,
voices are coming, sir.
let him check. Let him check. Some network problem will there. So welcome to the Global Governance News TV. I'm Kumar Rakesh, and today we'll discuss Corona status of global vaccination in India. As you know, as we know, the global vaccination is just a global phenomenon now, and going to be in very speedy way in the different parts of the world as well as in India also. The population of India is about there are different data and different sources, but we can say 1.4 billion. And for total population of the world population is more than 7 billion. And as per record, 2.7 billion has been taken the first dose as per report today. If you see the report and global vaccination, the bring the pandemic to end, last year of world needs to be immune to the virus. Safest way to achieve this is with the vaccine. Vaccine is a technology that humanity has often relied on the past to bring down the death toll of the infectious diseases. Within the 12 months after beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, several research teams rose to challenge and develop vaccine and protect from the SARS-CoV-2, the virus, and cause COVID-19. And there's no many variants. Just now, we are, I think, reported by the different scientists from the different parts of the world. And this is a country-wide data. We'll see how we have vaccinated. What is the percentage? If you see, the Israel is 60%. I think this is already vaccinated. If you see the UK, the 46%, Chile is the 50%, Uruguay is 41%, Bahrain 54%, Hungary 47%, US 45%. This is, I think, taking different data. I can somewhere just today I saw 63%, Italy 27%, Germany 31%, Spain 31%, France 25%, Serbia 36%, Turkey 17%, Brazil 11%, Mexico 13%, India 3.7%, Russia 11%. So this is actually, if you see the data of India, so 3.7% and totally vaccinated. If you see the data and the doses, 28 crore 87 lakhs 66,201 has been doses and person has been vaccinated, and the sample testing 39 crore 40 lakhs 72,142 sample tested. And this is a history record. Yesterday 21st June in India, 16 lakh 64,360 sample tested once a day. This is a record. If you see the population wise and the data wise, so just we'll see this China is 105 crore doses. The China, who just originated the virus, as we know, and the Wuhan virus, and fully 22.3 crore person only fully vaccinated. Data is not there because there is so many conspiracy of data from China, and the Brazil 8.8%, 8.84 crore in Indian terminology, and 2.43 crore as a fully vaccinated. In UK, the 7.46 crore already given the doses, and fully vaccinated 3.14 crore person. So every country has not crossed the data and the limit, and every country is just trailing and just going to each other on the vaccination part. There's 47% data wise the numbers of people vaccinated. If you see the data, 0.57 million. This is in India, and the United States 150.05 million, Brazil 39.7 million, United Kingdom 145 million, Germany 26.27 million. So this is a different data. This is long data and million wise. So if you see the hour is 20, uh, just to we see the percentage wise. So we are can't say we are satisfactory. The data of India is satisfactory, and if you see the state-wise data, very interesting. How the sample collected. This is the latest data. Just I'm just giving before you. The Andaman Nicobar total cases that discharged and migrated, and this is the COVID data. And vaccination wise, this is Madhya Pradesh is number one. Madhya Pradesh is total given the yeah, 16.7 lakhs person and Karnataka 11.11, Bihar 5.1 lakhs doses, Uttar Pradesh 7.16, Gujarat 5.09 lakhs, and Haryana 4.93 lakhs already doses given. But poorest state is Punjab and Maharashtra and Delhi. Surprisingly, 85,000 only doses are given in Delhi and Maharashtra, the bigger state. Also, just like the China, we can see the Maharashtra just treated like 3.82 lakhs only. So many politics, vaccine politics are there. There are three-party government there, and the Punjab 93,000, where the uh, controversy due to the vaccine prices and all that. So we will discuss here about the how the global vaccination is going on, and we have Mr. Alok Laharji from Spain, senior journalist and social activist. We have Rakesh Tiwari from the Canada, the editor-in-chief of the Hindi Times Group, Hindi Times Group, where Dr. Naval Verma is an eminent doctor of the country and practitioner of the homeopath MD and the advisor to the Ayush minister. Very actively, he is doing the part and parcel of the vaccination drive in India. We have Azhar Amola, senior journalist from the Uttarakhand. Anita Chaudhary is a senior journalist from India, and Dr. Aloka Sharma is a professor of law and Delhi University. So I'll take the data from Aloka ji. How just you repeat? How do you analyze the report? This corona status of global vaccination and India.
Thank you, Rakesh ji. As you have already given the data, so I need not repeat that. Now, I want to say that yes, India was at the initial time when we started the vaccination, we were doing very well, and we also exported the vaccine to the deserving countries, and it was a great help for those. But due to the carelessness, I must say, on the part of the people, that they did not follow the corona protocol, and we believe that yes, everything is over now, we have come out. So because of all these things, now we face the tragic second wave. Due to this, suddenly the cases emerged, and the speed was very high, and the country requires vaccination for its people. So, because of that issue, we have to stop the export also. And now, whatever vaccination rate we have, you see, for the last few days, we saw the shortage in the vaccine, and many states had to stop the vaccination. But now, as we have seen yesterday, it was the record vaccination all over the world. So, and we all know that the population of the country is very large. As far as China is concerned, you were talking about the data, but data is very confusing. And you see,
Yeah, that is yeah. You are right. You are right. You are right.
we do not
Yeah.
know that whether it is a right data or not. So if we see the other authentic data, you see, India is doing very well, I must say. Even if percentage wise, because the population is so much that yes, percentage wise, we can say with respect to the population of the country, it is less. But when we compare the number of the people who got one vaccine or who are fully vaccinated, we can see that the number is quite large. So I think that we should be happy that the country is doing vaccination at this speed. And yesterday onwards, we feel that now the speed will be more, as the honorable prime minister has already mentioned that now within few days, a few months, we have to cover a lot of people, and by the end of this year, government plans to vaccinate all the people who are above 18 years of age. So I think we should be hopeful with the status that the foreign vaccines are also there, like Sputnik is there, and but the government
Yeah,
is
yeah,
planning
yeah.
to collaborate with
There
more.
are, there are 6 or 7 vaccines. Yeah, I'll take
Yes.
that, Dr. Naval Verma. How many vaccines are there? So, Dr. Naval Verma, how many vaccines? Just all the pipeline, all the PMO and the official Minister of Health official announced that there's Zydus and Novavax and Sputnik and so many. So, how many vaccines already pipeline? Or how the government claimed by December they will vaccinate more than 90% people? How is possible? This is how the speed is very slow. Unmute yourself, doctor. Unmute yourself.
Your first question is how many vaccines are in the pipeline? We all know what the media news is.
Yeah,
Everybody is aware about many vaccines. We know the two vaccines which are being produced in India, Covaxin and Covishield. The
yeah,
other vaccines you can see in the newspaper that Sputnik is there, and many other companies have applied for the emergency approval, and some have applied with the data of vaccination in the foreign countries.
okay.
In many vaccines, there is a logistic problem. Like in some vaccines, you need a very low temperature to carry. Logistically, that those vaccines are not easily available and cannot be transported in India. And so India is looking for the options which can be easily transported and can easily be given to the people. And many of the new trials are also being done for the children also on the because we do not have anything for the children, and new trials are being undertaken. Any other question about?
No, just how the vaccine drive is going on.
You know, when Honorable Prime Minister announced the vaccination policy, after that, this vaccination drive has got a big throttle. And you can see the change 18 lakh vaccine in a day in last 14 hours is a beginning of this aggressive campaign. If you give me time for just 2 minutes, I'll tell you why this aggressive campaign is being started. I will give you a scientific reason, if you allow me.
Please, please,
Uh,
please, please carry on.
I would like to tell your viewers about a very important factor about vaccination. Why vaccination is important. In a country, we need 70 to 80% people who should develop herd immunity. Herd immunity is a term, either a person is infected with a natural disease or we give vaccination to that person and he develops the antibodies for the disease. When a person gets a normal infection, they also develop antibodies. Sometimes they do not even develop antibodies, they have long-term T cell immunity also. Same is the process with the vaccination. So when the 70% of the population or 80% of the population is vaccinated or uh, is exposed to this infection, then the chances of winning this disease will be very high. So this is a target how to do maximum vaccination and cover the pan India and to reduce the imbalance and logistic problems between various state governments. And the central government has taken it is a great initiative by our prime minister. When the prime minister decided about developing vaccine in India, many people decided. Many people were talking, "What is this?" But now everybody is demanding. Even people who objected vaccination openly on media now they're getting the vaccination quietly in hidden rooms. So it's so important. Yeah.
Okay. So nicely, just you have stated how the vaccination drive is going on. So I'll take some inputs from the Alok Laharji from Spain. How the vaccination drive is going on in Spain, and how many person has been today till date vaccinated. I think you all also taken the you also vaccinated yourself last days. You just share with us. You're on the that's the queue.
Yes, for the second vaccination, I'm on the queue, but now on 29th, I'll be getting my second shot.
Mhm.
So things are looking pretty fine here. As you know, Spain lives practically on tourism. They want to open up the borders as soon as possible, so they are trying to vaccinate their own country very fast. And same is happening with the other countries in Europe. And I think the number one country which is going in Europe is Malta. They have, I think, first jab has been given to almost everybody. They are going for the second jab, and this is followed by, let's say, Germany, and Spain is not very far ahead, far behind. So things are going well. The only thing which I wanted to comment was like the drive could have in India would have taken faster, or the world over it would have taken faster had everybody agreed to the initiative which was taken up by India and South Africa at WHO to make all the vaccines patent free. And one of the major reasons why this has not taken off is because Germany wanted to make money in this. And strangely, the project they had, it has suffered very badly because it did not even show up. Uh, let's say the percentage of success is less than 50%. 50% is what FDA is looking for in the United States. And WHO says that the success rate, even for emergency use, should be around 70%. So the main country, and Germany has the power to hijack the European Union. So unfortunately, this has not happened. I think India, in particular, and the rest of the world in general, would have vaccinated faster had Germany not posed, an embargo on the sharing the technology, so that the rest of the world can also be vaccinated. And another thing which I want to say is that this basically they wanted to do because they know now that India is taken ahead of them. They are not the main manufacturers of vaccine in the world. India is far ahead. The number one company and the number two company are both in India. So they wanted to revive, and because we took it away from Germany. So I think they wanted to, and Chancellor Merkel had also made some comments which were not, of her stature, when she said like it was Europe's fault that we let India become the number one power. So
Wow.
I think the karma pays back, and she's got a reply because the shares of the German company have fallen down almost 50%. So this is to be noted. And what I was finding very amusing is that not very far far behind. Let's say not even a decade ago, or even less than that, when all the countries had been vaccinated, be it polio, be it any other vaccine, it took years and ages for it to reach India. Today, strangely, our own journalists, who most of the time are writing, against India, which pains me a lot because I survive on tourism and it gives a very negative image. So tourists will not be coming to India, but that's a personal thing which I have. But today, the data we are comparing it with the developed world. We are comparing ourselves with United States of America, Canada, or European countries, which in itself shows that India is doing a very good job. I mean,
Yeah.
we were always comparing ourselves with Latin America, Africa, and the other developing nations. But today, we are sitting here and talking and comparing our data with countries which are far developed than India was, and I think we are catching up very fast.
Okay. Alok, just give, put the status of the vaccination in Spain. Rakesh Tiwari ji, I think as per data, 66.5% population only vaccinated in Canada. They're living in Toronto, the just capital like the capital city, the one of the prominent city of the Canada, and how is the report? How is the vaccination drive is going on, and status of the corona both
Well, thank you so much, and
in
for
Canada.
bringing this topic. And finally, we are having good days. When you're talking about COVID vaccine, you mentioned very correctly that over 60% or 66% of we are the Canadians have
Actually,
been
as
vaccinated.
Dr. Alokaji said, just we can't believe on the data. Whatever data is different sources. Some is 22nd. This is not latest one. So on an average data, just we have
Okay, let let
fine.
let
Yeah,
let me say this.
yeah.
Prior to this, let me just mention this, that definitely the vaccination drive is going very well. NGOs are helping a lot. All the drugstores, even they are providing when we go to the drugstore, as long you have booked yourself. Now, prior to this, as you know that it was delay for the second vaccination. Second dose of vaccination was for 4 months at least, it was put at that time, but now it is coming closer to like so second dose of vaccination has already started. So an estimation is this, that by no matter what, by this year all the Canadians will be vaccinated with the both doses, because our first aim was to complete go ahead with the first dose and then the second dose. So first dose is is mentioned, and that data from the government of Canada and data from Canada is very transparent. Here it is not like that, that okay, there is some mix match can happen. There is no chance. I will say that, because we cannot go and get the vaccination. We have to register ourselves. Then you get an
The same here in India. In the same here,
yeah,
Tiwari.
yes,
In India, no can just hanky panky. Just
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you have
Well,
to just book your appointment and
uh,
go, and then
as I
certificate
say, India is
issued
my mother.
like that.
India is my mother country, and so I will say definitely that should be, all those things should be there, but definitely some of, you cannot compare with Canada, compared to, because when we are mentioning that the a lot of factors which are on the surface, and when we talk about infrastructure and all those things, so Canada is advanced country in that way. So so some of the challenges which India is facing, where people are afraid, people are scared, a lot of misconception has been thrown to them, that impotency people can get it, and a lot
Oh,
of
that is a politics,
yeah, no,
Tiwari.
no,
That is a part of politics of some
no,
parties.
but the people
Just
get
don't want
scared.
to be.
But the
They
people
don't
get
want. Yeah,
scared. But
please.
the people get scared, and that's the fact of it. Now, coming back to this, definitely, I would like to mention one thing for sure, that India and including Canada could have avoid we could have avoided the second phase of Corona, if we were not that, I will say that we were like become lethargic, or we become at ease. I'm glad with this part that we are ready for the even third wave as well. At the same time, education and propagating the vaccination is very important. In between, the debate and discussion came with the allopathy, Ayurveda, and all that. That was
That is
not
different
required
part. That
and
is a
not
different
needed.
part.
That was
Yeah.
not needed, and that was not required. I'm glad that that is a bit up to that limit is solved. Uh, India could have been better. India was in lead, definitely everywhere. It was getting praised, but at the same time, the second wave which came, which has diminished or put down India's image, and all the factors. I'm not going to go on it. You guys know very well. We are from media and we watch every day. What can be done? I would like to say is this: that for the you know. Definitely we cannot expect human being to have all the time mask. As long we are doing it, because we know this is emergency. uh, the vaccination gets done, all those culprits who are making profit behind it, be it through the oxygen and this and that, they
Okay.
should be strictly penalized, as the High Court, Supreme Court, and the government is aiming for it. That need to be seen. If anything such thing happen here, they will be put behind the bars, behind the time, and strictest measures should be taken. That's what I would like to say this. And definitely
Okay.
vaccination
I,
is the only
yeah,
way at this time.
yeah. So Ajay Ramola ji, do you hear me, Ajay Ramola ji? No. So I think there's a network problem, some technical glitch there. Dr. Naval Verma, how just Rakesh
Yes,
Tiwari
sir.
just stated that. Actually, just your network problem is there. So I'll take the question, Naval Verma, then I'll come to you. Uh, Dr. Naval Verma, how the just mention Rakesh Tiwari ji, there is a hue and cry, some problems, some politics, somebody is scared to take the vaccine. How just the as government is doing something for the awareness, just to propagate uh, the effectiveness of vaccine, how you are handling in on way and a government way to vaccinate the concerned people.
You want to know what are the hurdles for the vaccination drive to make it easy.
Hurdles we know how to uh, uh, just to go away from the hurdles, how just you uh, clear the hurdles actually.
Hurdles are being cleared. You can see many famous people are being vaccinated and they are showing their vaccination record. And many people who have been vaccinated and they got saved during second wave, and thousands of people, lakhs of people who vaccinated and got mild disease, and that is itself is a very important message from one person to other person. Now you can see such a huge turnaround, 84 lakhs people suddenly get vaccination is itself is a promoter. Now people are coming out in villages, small towns, everywhere, and the hurdles are going down. Most important thing about vaccination and and natural infection is this: when there is a natural infection by this coronavirus, our body T cells get a memory that our body is infected and they produce antibodies. Same is with the we do with the artificial vaccine. When we take the artificial vaccine, that is not dangerous. That is very safe, and that message has been given at every level in all the languages, in all the TV channels, in media, everywhere. Natural infection is very dangerous because that is a very virulent virus goes inside your body and cause very dangerous disease. But when vaccination is given, that is fully prepared with a scientific method, well tested, examined, and then it is given to the humans so that their body recognizes a attack of a virus, but it is not actual virus, and body develops the antibodies. So it's a safe game. And second thing, I want to tell you about the role of Ayush also later on. I will also tell you.
Hello.
Ji,
Yeah.
ji.
So just actually just you mentioned about the how to just ease out the hurdles. So but there's so many politics are there for the vaccination. So I'll take the how the persons concerned for different political parties, the creating politics to vaccinate the people, Anita ji, how they are just doing, they should do or should not do, and how the Akhilesh Yadav was said and earlier, this is the BJP vaccination. I'm not going to take it. After that, he and his father Mulayam Singh Yadav has taken already and changed the numeral. Just I think the word with the different words. This is a government of India, Bharat Sarkar vaccination. So we'll take the Bharat Sarkar, not the Modi Sarkar. What nonsense they are just doing, and how they have created politics and just to keep away the to vaccination from the common people.
This was a very pathetic kind of politics on that time. The either it's Samajwadi Party or it's Congress or TMC Mamata Banerjee or any other party. Even Aam Aadmi Party has played a very dirty politics in a different manner. But the way they have played politics on vaccine, it was just they were just trying to defame the country, not the government of India. They were not playing a politics with BJP. On that time, they were playing politics against India for China, because it was a very few country who has originated their own vaccine. Rakesh, please, I am speaking, so please, this finger is always irritate me. Uh, you can
No, 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 no,
speak, but
no,
after
no,
me.
no, Anita ji, finger
Uh,
should be for me.
every
Don't take
time,
otherwise.
when we are going through a serious talk, we should
Please,
not take it in a lightly manner.
please,
On that
please,
time, it
please.
was very few countries.
Rakesh Tiwari ji, please, finger
Very
down,
few
please.
countries has originated. They have invented their own vaccine, and it was India. It was only one country who has invented two vaccine at a time, and WHO has recognized it that the Indian made vaccine, the Indian originated vaccine, Covaxin is able to fight against 36 variant of coronavirus. But the statement you will go through the opposition, either it's Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi has given so many doubts. The statement was giving that he has no trust on Indian vaccine, and why the government of India is not opening its market for foreign vaccines, either it's Pfizer or others. So, why he was doing the marketing of Pfizer and Sputnik and other vaccines. He was not. He was saying it was a Congress statement. It was a written statement when the government of India has given the green signal to the Covaxin. They have given a written statement that the Covaxin has not went through proper trial, and it is not good for the citizens of India.
I'll take Rakesh Tiwari ji. After her, I'll take input from you. Don't worry. So please put the finger down. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
So,
Please go.
so
Get
the,
it.
look at the role of India. India has not vaccinated its own citizen, but it has saved many other countries' life also. And when India has banned its vaccine, that they will not export vaccine to other countries, it was WHO who has requested India that India should uplift this ban, and because the 97 countries are getting affected because of it. So look at the Germany. Consider it as a power 5 country, and 47 success rate ke saath German vaccine has declined the clean gold on the pharma market. And after that, Merkel was so frustrated that if the India will not give us, we will see what you can see. If you have that kind of power, go to US, tell them that please provide us Pfizer. But what the Pfizer is doing? Pfizer is selling its vaccines on their own promoted cost. They are not bothering about what the WHO has said and what the guideline has given, that if you are making vaccine, and if you are sending or you are selling your vaccine, you have to consider it as a humanitarian, and minimum you have to put the cost between this parameter. But Pfizer has not bothered it. Pfizer has fixed not fixed its price. It is selling Pfizer selling its vaccine on their own promoted cost according to the need of the country or people.
So Anita ji, just you're really very actually very detail. Just you place the facts of the politics of vaccination, and that should not be by the opposition party, especially Congress. And still, Mr. Rahul Gandhi just seems himself as a confused person. What he is asking, what he should ask, I think he does know, and his advisor is also parallelly confused. So Ajay Ramola ji, after this vaccinated politics, and you are just living in the Himalayan states, the vaccination drive in Himalayan state is not properly going on? So what are the hurdles just to speed up the actually the vaccination drive in the hilly states?
So I think so. There were a lot of hurdles in the vaccination drive initially. Initially, because most of the migratory population, it was reaching villages without any test, without any RT-PCR test, without an antigen. That led to the surge in the COVID pandemic. But now it is in place. The arrangements are in place, and lot of testing is going on village to village level. Lot of antigen tests, lot of RT-PCR tests are going on, and you can see the decline in the number of the cases. I mean, the death mortality has also come down. Oxygen, which was not the medical oxygen, there was a shortage of medical oxygen. Now, every district has a oxygen generated plant. Most of the district hospitals have oxygen generated plant. And the government and the administration, they have really done well in past 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, a lot of work has gone on. Plus, the people of Uttarakhand, uh, they abide by the rules. I mean, they are mostly of nationalistic character. They know what is going on. Most of the people are from ex-army background, so people are disciplined in that way. And the surge is coming down, barring few towns which have mixed population. You can see a bit of surge, but it is coming down, and that is a positive sign. But what I would like to say is, for example, the panelists talked about Rahul Gandhi. I mean, you have to realize that Rahul Gandhi has only one weapon right now in his hand to come to the power, which he feels through tarnishing the image of BJP through BJP COVID. And I think so. He will fail utterly in that. Uh, every day coming out with some or other blame game. I mean, it does not work with the Indian society. Indian society is
I think some technical problem. Ajay Ramola is speaking. I'll take Rakesh Tiwari ji is just very eager to say something about
Yes.
this corona. But just you saw some viewers just sent a reaction. The India has a country who just sent vaccine to more than 80 countries, but Canada and other countries are USA. And USA has already sent vaccination and other materials just for the medical things to other countries. But Canada, did you have any data? Canada hasn't sent the vaccination and any medicines to fight the COVID to any country.
Yes. Let
Please.
me say this. I would like to mention a couple of points. With all due respect to Anita ji, when she was talking about it, and being we are living in democracies, and all across the world, in my understanding, and all the democracies, the governments have been criticized the way they should be handling the COVID situation. Even in Canada, even in Ontario. So opposition party has criticized them, but nobody called them the anti-national. So I will take an objection towards it, because be it, I'm not favor of Congress, Aap Aadmi party, or any opposition. I'm not. That's not my job. I'm in media, and that's the way I am.
What you meant to say? Where is
I
the
meant
matter
to
of
say,
the national and anti-national?
so she mentioned that they are working for China. That you cannot say like that. That's not right.
Actually,
Yes,
Rakesh Tiwari ji,
Rahul Gandhi is
Rakesh
working for
Tiwari ji,
China.
Rakesh Tiwari ji, that is already proved.
Sitting
Rajiv Gandhi
at
Foundation.
Canada and speaking on
Let
behalf
me
of
let
the
me let me
Rahul
let me
Gandhi.
come on.
Do you
Let
know
me,
what is
Anita
the
ji,
pathetic disaster he is creating for the country?
Anita ji, please
Let me speak.
let me speak.
Let me speak my.
Let,
No,
Let,
this
let,
is
let,
not
let
the
me
first
speak.
time. So many times, 370 has uplifted, and he has given that kind of a statement that Pakistan has took that into to UN, and India was liable to answer that on behalf of
well,
his
well,
statement.
let me
Is
say,
it a politics? Is it a
No, no, no.
politics?
you. This is not the
Anitaji,
way. I have. If she wants
Anitaji,
to
please,
say, she
please.
can say after me. But interrupting this kind of TV debate is not, is not, I do not
Actually,
appreciate it.
no, Rakesh
Now,
Tiwari,
let me complete my point. Let me
no,
complete my yeah.
no, no,
Let me
actually,
complete my point.
no, no,
Saying,
just you say,
Mhm.
okay, already, whatever Anita ji says about the Rahul Gandhi working for China, this is open facts. I am telling you, this is open facts for not for you and everybody in the world.
well, then he
This is
should be tried in the court
please,
if
please,
he's
please,
working for
please,
China.
please, let me finish. Rajiv Gandhi Foundation of the family foundation of the Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra has taken donation, huge donation from the China, already open facts, everybody knows. So what
Well,
anybody can say, this is
I will
also a
say,
matter of question.
I would
So,
like to say, yeah, I understand. I'm not going. See, as I said, I'm
this
not.
is a matter of already
Yeah,
facts are there.
yeah, I
No
understand that.
can deny it.
Let me say this one thing very fact. Okay, that America and Canada, we are not China friendly. Let me say this. Very clear cut tensions are there. Let me say this.
Uh, no,
And
yeah,
as per
I'll take after
but
that
let
Naval
me complete
Verma.
my
Yeah,
let me
please,
complete
yeah,
my point. Then you can, and I will not take
please,
it more than 30 seconds. My
okay,
simple
please.
point is this. Again, with due respect to Anita ji, I really love her view and everything. But only time I get a bit irritated when she comes in between. Now she's coming again. That's not good. Now calling if
Unmute yourself,
yeah,
Anita ji.
if
Anita ji,
anybody, any
Anita ji, unmute
I would
yourself.
say directly or indirectly when we are saying it, it becomes different issue.
Anita ji, unmute yourself. Your voice is not coming.
Okay, so my point is very simple. Canada, you ask about it, that how did Canada help? Canada has helped 100 million doses we are donating, giving to the poor countries, and between and Canada is also helping with all other ways. Even in India was helped too. Okay, and same way India has helped Canada too. So Canada is doing its part. Okay, for us, person like me who is born in India, we are over 35 million people across the globe. We are living. Okay, Lars is there. So we are all, we are not anti India. Yes, we have different views. Okay, and as you know,
Rakesh ji,
No,
I can
my
answer Rakesh Tiwari ji, but
Anita
I'm
ji,
not
answer the
answering because
question.
we will distract
Answer
from
the
the
question,
topic.
please.
We will distract from the topic,
no.
but I
Actually, please,
know that
I am
lobby is
requesting
also
both of
sitting
you.
in US
I
and
I am
working for
requesting both
China.
of you.
I know
I think
that lobby
uh,
also who are sitting in Canada and lobbying from China. So please, my
uh,
country is also
Why
not
are
in
you
favor
not
of
telling
China,
me?
but there
Why
are
are
few
you not
people
telling me
in
that
every country they are doing
somehow?
lobby for the China. So
Anita
it's
ji,
okay that Canada is not China
Anita
friendly,
ji,
but there are
I
the
hope you are
lobby
not pointing me.
also over there who are
Anita
promoting
ji,
China.
Anita ji. I think we are going to just deviate from our discussion. Dr. Naval Verma, after the vaccination drive is going on in India and the different parts of the world, and every week, every fortnight, we are going to just listen and reading and seeing new variants. We're talking the mutation, new variants of the COVID-19. So this is so confusing. In Hindi, our Prime Minister said, Bahrupia. How always changes the faces. Something the B.1647, something Delta virus. Why? How just cope with the vaccination? This type
Yeah,
of variants. How can control? We can control.
this is a very important question you have raised, and this question is to understand for the community and for the media also and for the scientific community also. Any virus in the world, they have a inborn habit of mutation, means they do some
Okay.
little changes inside themselves. Like we see influenza vaccine comes every year in a new version because the influenza virus changes its form. So this novel coronavirus new version is delta plus or delta mutation.
Okay.
Now,
So
the,
how can we cope it? How we control it?
this
Please.
virus, first of all, I start from the beginning. The origin of the virus is still not clear with many people. Either is a lab,
This is a man-made or this is a lab-made, and how just the natural, unnatural, like
what's
yeah.
the exactly origin of the virus, and after it has originated, it has done a lot of mutation till now, and in future also, when we are expecting the third wave to come, as whatever studies has been done, the Indian vaccinations which are developed with these very deep in-depth study are found very effective, because the data of the Indian vaccine has been submitted in WHO. They have been found very effective, and maybe because it's a matter of study, when the mutation is changing, how our immune system will react, and how the vaccination, when it gives memory to our immune system, how that T cells, when they generate antibody to fight that new version, how much it will be effective. It's also a process of ongoing research, and it's a process of study also, but we should not worry about this too much variations. This is a inborn habit of the virus, but the original virus is the same. These minor
Okay.
changes can be handled nicely with the vaccination. Now coming to other part, the role of Ayush in this mutant viruses. This is a very important thing to understand. The Ayush system, why it is most important. When we go with the Unani system, Siddha system, Ayurveda, homeopathy, and on addition, yoga, which keep on improving your immunity and the strength of the lungs. So I go one by one, because yoga is a very important process. Even you can see the old people who have been affected by the COVID virus, the lung immunity go down in young people, lung capacities go down. The various exercises by yoga can recover them very fast, and it has
Okay.
been found in many studies. And second, when we coming to the Ayurveda, the Kada, even by the Honorable Prime Minister has tweeted about the Kada, Ayurvedic Kada, that increases your immunity, because whole system, the vaccination, everything is working on immunity. And our ministry, Central Council for Research, has indicated a medicine called arsenic album 30. In a very big community research, it has been found that 70 to 80% efficacy for the preventive, for raising immunity of the group which has been given arsenic album with the control group. So same is with the Unani medicine, same is with the Siddha medicine. They are found very effective, because our population is so big. With the vaccination, we need these type of important Ayush therapies also. Even when we see the post-COVID, when there is a hyperglycemia, you can see many patients who are undergone COVID develop hyperglycemia like sugar and many other complications. Yes, a Ayurveda medicine called BGR is a
Okay.
proven efficacy in that. Homeopathic acid force, syncytium, uranium nitricum, insulinum, many medicine in homeopathy have found very effective
So,
in that.
Dr. Barma,
Yeah.
are you happy? Are you happy with the treatment by the Ayush? There is a combination of the five, six, I think, Ayurveda and Unani and yoga and naturopathy and homeopathy and all the pathies. So, are you happy with the treatment with Ayush
Yeah,
formula to just
yeah,
fight COVID?
yeah. There are various categories in the COVID infection: mild, moderate, severe, and critical. When the doctors see the severity of patient, they categorize these patients. Usually, we see
No,
mild to moderate.
my question is different, Dr.
I'm
Barma.
coming. I'm coming
No,
to your question.
please.
Just to make my question clear, this differentiation is important,
Yeah.
because mild to moderate cases, it is known that they recover usually very fast and they come to full recovery. When we go to moderate to severe disease, they are very common to go to critical illness, which is patient is going to ventilator, they need support, and the role of Ayush comes here. In a very recent study, which is already done in AIMS Jhajjar, and it is being in St. George Hospital in Mumbai, adjuvant homeopathy along with modern medicine has proven its efficacy 4 to 5 times more efficacious than standard treatment, preventing patient from going to moderate to serious critical diseases. So it has very important
Okay.
role to play. The ongoing researches has proven it, and very soon the results will be shared with the community because the papers are in publication now. Very soon they will be coming to the, and I will share with your group also.
So nice of you. Actually, the my just quick question to the every panelist, Alok Ladji, are you happy with the vaccination drive in your country, and how just whatever you know about the India?
Europe was a late starter because apart from UK, no other country is actually they are making some, but the supply to the European medical system was not there. But what is good about the social security system that we have is that the infrastructure is so well knit that once the vaccination came up, like it just went like fire. Like I was just checking the data. So right now, as far as vaccination is concerned, European Union is on top, followed by North America, and then the world average, and India is slightly below the world average. I guess that is because of the numbers. But Europe has really taken away. The last program when we did, I said like till date I have not been vaccinated. Now that error has been corrected, and I was kind of also checking the data of the percentage of GDP which India spends on health, and it was surprising for me that we are spending only 2 to 3% of the GDP, whereas from 4 to 6% of the GDP is spent exclusively on parliament. Now this trend has to change. We have to learn from the errors we have made in so many. We need an infrastructure in India. I know lots of aims are being set up by the government. 11 to 13 they're talking about. I don't know how many are functional, but we have to check our priorities. What we cannot do is that for 500 people we are spending 4 to 6% of the GDP, and for the large majority we don't even have the basic infrastructure. I mean, how do you expect India to give vaccination to so many people in so little time when the basic infrastructure, the dispensaries, the hospitals, and specialized hospitals are not even there? So that's the reason, even when Europe starts late, it takes over the rest of the world because their infrastructure is in place. That is one of the most important things. And second thing which I want to point out right now is that we are talking about Pfizer vaccine all the time, and they're trying to push it into India. The Indian circumstances are not there. I've been vaccinated with Pfizer. Now there was a report which I was reading today morning, and it says that the variant, the Delta variant and Delta Plus variant, Pfizer is not very effective. In fact, on television they were talking to the Pfizer representative in Spain, and he did not give a clear cut reply. Like he kind of dodged the question. And in
Okay.
Israel also, they are kind of scared. There are very limited numbers. Israel was going on top of the world as far as vaccination is concerned. They were the first country to remove the mask. Spain, they're planning to remove the mask on 26th. But I think they're going to go back on the mask thing in Israel because of the Delta variant, and they have been vaccinated with Pfizer. It seems it's not very effective on. So that's my question. Uh, if
Wait,
anybody in
okay.
the panel knows and he has got more
No.
information,
Actually, we are not here
will,
just sitting
will
to
is Pfizer
lobby
actually prepared for the Delta
any
variant and
vaccine.
other variant?
Actually, we are just on the how just you are just sharing your experiences about the Pfizer, but already proved that a just you can say we can say the Covaxin and Covishield, the two vaccines from the India, and this both are good and effective. As and more than Covaxin is more than 90% and 80 to 9% variation of Covishield. What is the report we have find we have seen and just we have read. So my question is now simple question. The timing running out. I think we are late now. So to every panelist, Are you happy, Aloka ji? Are you happy with the vaccination drive in India comparative to the world?
Yes, I am very happy because you see the lack of infrastructure, lack of facilities in our country, and despite all these hurdles, the country is going to have a speedier vaccination. And this is for sure that if the world has to remove coronavirus, that is only by India, because India is the largest manufacturer of vaccines. So we are the country which will help other countries, especially the poor countries, African and other Asian countries, in vaccination. So I believe that we will increase the pace in our country, and we'll start very soon export of the same. So I'm very happy with the performance of our doctors, our scientists, and the initiative by the government. Thank you.
Anita ji, Anita ji, very briefly. Anita ji.
India has made world record in vaccine drive. Is today's
Okay.
data that more approx 90 lakh people has vaccinated today. It's the in a day 90 lakh people has vaccinated. And if you talk about this, because the percent, if you talk about in percentage, it's seems that it's only 3%, 5%, 6% people has vaccinated, because we have a very
Oh, population,
dense
volume population.
population. So
Yeah.
that's why. But we are doing very
Ajay
good.
Rambola
We
ji,
are
Ajay
excellent,
Rambola ji.
and I'm proud of my government and my scientists and doctors also.
Yeah, Ajay Rambola ji.
So I
Very
think that the
quick answer.
vaccination is on the right path, because we are the large we are
Something
large population, so
network
it
problem
will
you have.
take time. But what yeah, but what I'm only worried is, the only thing which we have to see is that we have to remain alert due to any variants, any third wave, and we have to put the right interventions. I'll just end with one example. One MLA from Uttarakhand, he said, I prepared for third wave. I started preparing for all these waves during the first wave. The intervention in the hospitals were put right. The oxygen cylinder generation plant were put on the
But hope
as the
third
second
wave should
second
not come. Hope we
yes
should
as
we hope
and as,
third wave should
so
not come.
but
But whatever
but we
just
have to
faced
be
by the France and
so
Italy and other countries.
we have to be prepared for any wave that comes, and that is
Yeah,
only through
yeah, yeah. That is
COVID
important.
appropriate behavior. And last thing which I would say is that COVID politics will not stop, because there are 5 states going into elections. So people will
Eight
start.
states. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, they will be in elections, and then the Lok Sabha will come, because this is the only tool the opposition has against Modi, and it is using it in that way to usurp power in next Lok Sabha elections. Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Naval Verma, just something like that. Are you happy and satisfied with the vaccination drive or not? Straight question, straight answer.
I'll be happy. The trend which is showing, the trend will make me happy, because
But
Madam just
but not satisfied. But not satisfied.
so we will be satisfied when we will beat COVID, because all doctors and people like you are who are concerned so much for the community. We're all fighting
Okay.
together. Once
Yeah,
we
great, great,
remove
great.
this fear from our children, then we'll make this earth happy place for our children. We all will be happy. Keep aside the politics. People have their own personal agendas, but we all have one agenda: to make our
Yeah.
children safe, our
So
future
nice of
safe.
you. So nice. Rakesh
Very true.
Tiwari, the last take. Rakesh Tiwari, the last take. Are you happy with the country? Just unmute yourself, please.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Okay,
Please.
I would like to say one thing. Okay, and at
Sir,
the
very briefly, we have only 1 minute left.
yes, sir, count the seconds. I would like to
Yeah,
say
please.
one thing. At one hand, yes, Canada has done its job, 100 million vaccination to the poor countries and developing countries and all that. But at the same time, let me criticize Canada. And we have criticized Canada here in Canada, and I'm saying on this platform too. And even the opposition parties have criticized that Canada has put all its efforts in the beginning to the CanSino vaccine, which is Chinese vaccine. Okay, and afterwards, when Canada and China had the TOEFL, at that time, thereafter China has hold the vaccination, and Trudeau government was badly criticized at that same time. So let me say one thing, and addressing again, we are in media. We have every right to criticize the governments if they are not doing the job. Infrastructure is not good. We will criticize, and that's our job as a watchdog, as in media. And somebody can be
Okay.
Modi supporter, but media is not. I am not. I am supporting
Okay,
all the good
don't
efforts,
worry.
which
Don't.
is done
Nobody is
by
blaming you.
the government,
Tiwari ji,
Modi government,
Tiwari ji,
Trudeau government.
Tiwari ji,
Thank you.
Tiwari
Thank
ji.
you.
So nice of you. Placed
Thank
your
you.
view an advocate of Canada, but I think
And
you are
as
you.
well as in for India too. My family is over
That
there.
that's good. But never. I think you can't be and never be the advocate of China on
No,
this
no, I'm
terminology.
not. I'm not in
That
favor of China at all.
this is a great thing.
I
So
He
hold
was,
so
he
the
was very
untouchable
feeling
stone in
great that
Bhutan.
Canada has doing good job
Along with
on
no
Ram
on
no.
on
Mandir
on
there too.
on vaccine of China.
Anita ji, he
I
has every
criticize
right
Canada
to.
for that.
No, he
We
has
don't
every
use
right.
Chinese vaccine.
No,
We
No,
no,
have
I
our
don't
own.
either.
no. Anita ji, he has
We
every
don't
right
use.
and
Even we have
no.
not tried. China has offered. No यार रखो अपना वैक्सीन हमारे पास दो
Okay.
हैं.
Okay. Okay. Naval Verma ji, please. I'll take the. This is Naval Verma ji. You have something to add about the homeopathic input. Something, please. Naval Verma ji, just final take.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Naval Verma, now final
Yes.
take. Just you want to add something?
Yeah. Final take is this: homeopathy can
Yeah.
provide a very important solution in future. A very important sword, which is made from COVID virus, just like vaccine. uh, Homeopathic is processing one medicine. Very soon, homeopathic will also come with the solution. And very top prestigious institutes, Ministry of Ayush, All India Institute, Rejoice Health Foundation, and a BSL-3 lab, molecule lab is working on this product. And maybe we will come up with a very good solution.
Okay, so nice of you. Just we have discussed about the corona status of global vaccination and the India as well as the different part of the world. So thanks to all of you, all the
Thank
panelists,
you.
esteemed panelists who just attended this program and expressed their views about this global vaccination and India and instead of corona. We hope and pray to God this should be man-made, whatever the China virus and the whatever Wuhan virus should not be in the world, and China should be taken into the concern by the globe. As I think this is my personal opinion also, and as well as the most of the person in the world just consider this one virus is spread by the China, because still the data of the China you will not find accurate how many person has been properly vaccinated. This is also matter of concern. So nice of you.
We
Thank
are
you.
seeing
And thank.
we can view the long line of China from here to 10 kilometers
Sorry.
long line to get
Yeah.
vaccinated.
Well, yeah. Well, that's a problem of China, but not problem of the ours. That's we are doing our best. We should be our best. Thanks to you, all of you, and thanks from the and welcome and always welcome. Next time we'll meet again. Global Governance News TV, and just go see, like, and subscribe this channel for just creating the that's the productive and the so reformative way of the journalist. As we think and we should go for the constructive way for the society and global society. So nice of you. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Yeah.
Jai Hind.